All right. Testing. I look ugly. I look. Hello. Welcome back to I Have Nothing to Say with Abram. I think I'm gonna just keep it at Abram. I don't want to put my like last name on there yet, or I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it at that. How are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm okay. My skin is so bad right now. I think that's the first thing I want to talk about. My skin is breaking out like crazy, and I'm trying not to freak out about it, but trying not to freak out about it turns into freaking out about it, and then it turns into stress, and then stress is just not good for my body. Like I physically get ill with how much anxiety and like frustration that enters my, and I'm like not even joking, like when I get high stress levels, I my body shows it, which I don't think is uncommon. It's crazy, it's weird, it's frustrating, and I'm trying to calm down, and every single day I tell myself that I'm not gonna freak out about it, that it's whatever, that it's gonna get better. And every single day I end up being like, no, it's not gonna get better, you're gonna break out like you used to be, and it's gonna get worse, and it's so much. It really is. Like it I was on my way to the coffee shop earlier today, and literally on my way there, in my head I was like, turn around, like you look so ugly, like your skin is so bad, like you shouldn't even be outside. Like that inner monologue, that inner voice that's like so frustrating and annoying and very negative was playing in my head, and I almost did turn around and just like stayed home, but I'm not even gonna show you guys how bad it is, cause like right here it looks good, cause like this, but like the main frustrations are on this side. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's so frustrating. It really, really is. But maybe the universe is like, all right, babes, calm down. Let's focus more on the inside before, cause I think I have a confession to make. I am pretty vain. It is, I'm sorry, it's true. Like, I really do care what I look like. It's like, and I talked about this in the last episode, I really, really do care what I look like. It's such a big focus of mine. Um, so yeah, it takes over me. Like, it's one of the things, and that's the thing too, because I remember, I think one time my brother had a criticism of me, and he said that I was very superficial, which is not true at all. I am not a superficial person. I um I am a vain person. I do care a lot about what's on the outside and how I'm perceived and how people perceive me, and that kind of, like, I am, like, in that sense I am. However, that I'm not superficial, because I do think there is a difference. I'm not superficial because I do care about what's on the inside too. Like I'm not I'm not the type to like I don't try to be shitty, and I work on myself internally a lot too. Like it's not just a outside thing and that's it. Like no, I'm very on the inside. I do a lot of work, and it's very frustrating to hear that because I'm not superficial at all. And a lot of people think that I'm very bougie and that I like nice things, and that like you can only like buy me expensive gifts and like stuff like that. And I'm not like that person at all. I really do like the small things and like well thought things. I like nice things too. Don't get me wrong. That's I'm not gonna I'm not gonna deny that either. But I am a person who does care about the small things, and I'm not superficial at all. But I do care a lot about what's on the outside. Like it really does frustrate me a lot. And it's been a whole journey. My skin has been purging. I was exfoliating for a while, and then I stopped exfoliating because it was like too much for my skin. It's a lot. It's a lot. I was at work yesterday, and then my mom looked at my skin. She was like, what'd you put on your skin now? And then I was frustrated because I don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to tell me. I trust every every flaw, every pimple. I know where every pimple is at. I know where when it started. I know exactly. I know. Like I don't like people pointing out stuff like that to me, because I'm already beating myself up for it on the inside, and I don't need someone else to like come in and like say something. And so my with my face, I was already like what? Like I was already like I already knew where she was going with that. And she said, "No, nothing, nothing." And I was like, "Yeah, girl," because oh, I would have been so mad, but It's like I said, it's because and it, I could start crying right now. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. But I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to like be okay about it. I have a skincare routine right now that I'm not gonna mess with. I'm just gonna keep it like that. And I'm like learning the best that I can. I'm Googling stuff. I'm reading papers, research. I know my ingredients: niacinamide, salicylic acid, hydraulic acid. Like I know my stuff. I know my stuff, and with the information that and the knowledge that I've been gaining, I'm hopefully gonna be able to like calm my skin down and kind of get it back to where it was over the summer last summer. My skin was so good last summer, you guys. Like I'm not even kidding you. My skin was the best that has ever looked last summer, and around my skin was so good. I don't. I'll cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Um, it was so good, but around September, November, I had a huge pimple, like one on my cheek. It was really big and annoying. And one thing about me, it takes that to make me spiral. Like that one pimple really, really made me spiral. And it made me go crazy. I was like, my skincare routine is not working. Like this, like, and mind you, pimples and stuff, that's sometimes it is outside factors that you really can't control. Like sometimes a pimple is a pimple and that's it. Like it's not necessarily that your skincare routine is bad or that you did something wrong. Sometimes stuff just happens and it's out of your control. But that one pimple freaked me out. I mean, freaked me out. And then I started double cleansing. And if you don't know what double cleansing is, it's basically just using an oil-based cleanser first. You kind of go in with that, and then you wash it off, and then you go in with a water-based cleanser, and then you wash your face, and then you tone and do the rest of your routine. But double cleansing is not good for you if you're acne prone, and I'm acne prone. And so I bought this oil cleanser and I was like, I'm gonna start doing it. Within 2 weeks of using it, or maybe even a week, I started breaking out. And I didn't break out bad, but I did start breaking out and it like was not working. And I kept going because I was like, maybe I'm just purging, like it's not that serious, I'm gonna keep using it. No, it literally made my skin so bad. Well, it wasn't as bad as it is now, but it was pretty bad. So I stopped using it. I was like, hey, fine, this isn't working. I'm gonna stop using it. Stopped using it. After that, I ran out of my normal cleanser that I use, and I started using a different one that I already had at my house that I didn't finish. I was like, I'm gonna just start using this one. I started to break out even more. Like even more. Like my skin was so bad. And then ever since then, since like November, my skin has not recovered. My skin has been getting so bad. It could be worse. It has been worse. So that's what I kind of tell myself right now to help me calm down. But it's just hard. It's really hard. It really, really is. Like I said, I'm just a very physical, like I want to look a certain way and I try so hard to like physically be the best that I can, and that's why I gym, and that it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Moving on from that, I wanted to talk to you guys about how uninterested I am in love, which is a strange topic, but I was thinking about it because me and my friend were having a conversation in the car, and she just kept raving on about how much she desires to be in love and how it like great it is to have your person and how like phenomenal it is to like have that one person you can call and like lay and cuddle with, and the whole time I'm looking at her like I'm like, what? People crave this? I'm like, people desire love like that? I never in my life have been like that, ever. And like, okay, don't get me wrong, I've liked people. I've had feelings for people, and I may even have loved someone. But I've never ever ever in my life have I like dreamed about a wedding or like dreamed about love or like anything like that. I've never been that type of person. And so like when my friends rave about it, it's like so strange to me because I'm like, where is this come like how do you desire that? Mind you, I for the most part my household is pretty good. Like my parents really love each other. Like they have a good like bond and stuff, and like they argue like everyone else, but it's not like I have an unhealthy or like a really toxic household that makes me be like that. I just never have like that's never been in my thought. Like I remember even like the first time I ever had an interest in fashion or like wanting to be successful or anything like that is when I saw Jenny Rivera sing on stage, and she would come out with like these bodycon like mermaid dresses, and I would sit down. My mom would be watching like her concerts or like Primer Impacto or like anything, and I'd sit down and I'd like sketch out her dresses on my thing, and that's what I dreamed of. And that's like one of the earliest memories I even have is that as me drawing sketches and literally always knowing that fashion is what I wanted to do. It's literally embedded in me. And I think that focus on that has eliminated any sort of like romance in my like I don't care about it. I'm like who okay, like what? Like I don't have a desire for it. It doesn't I don't crave it. I don't like I don't care about it. I'm like okay, like okay, so what? You have someone to talk like ugh, like especially me, kind of person that I am, I need my space. Like please leave me alone. Like the more you text me, the more turned off I get. Like I need you to back off, give me my space. I love being alone. Being alone is so lovely to me. I love my alone time. And I like hanging out with my friends and stuff too, but lately I have not been doing that. I'm like, leave me alone. Let me have my space. And so I think about it and I'm like, if I was ever dating someone or married or whatever the fuck, if I lived with them, I would dead ass need my own bedroom. I'm like, like every now and then, yeah, like we can sleep together, but I just need to be alone. I don't like being around people like that. Like, and it's so strange because I like being around people. I'm a really social person. Like, I like parties and I like clubs and stuff because of that. Because you get to talk to random people and like I love talking to people. But on my day-to-day life, it's like I just please leave me alone. Um, so yeah, I become a little overwhelmed by people, and I'm like, I need my alone time. I need you to back off. I need you to go find something to do. Like, please just leave me alone. And I think that's just part of it too. I'm like, I just don't have the desire to ever be with someone like that. I don't care for it at all. And it's not like I'm opposed to the idea because I'm not. I mean, if it comes around, it comes around, and it is what it is. But it's not like I'm looking for it or like looking forward to it. I'm not like I can't wait. Like yes, please don't be. I'm like, all right. I'm like, it's just not. It's not. It's not an interest of mine. An interest of mine is traveling to Switzerland again and being on the cover of a magazine or shooting the cover of a magazine, being the creative director of a magazine, going to a Saint Laurent show, a Louis Vuitton show, like that's what occupies my mind and writing a book and all of these things like that's what mine where my mind is at. Like love is just not something that I'm like ever looking forward to at all. It's not I don't know. I just don't care for it. I don't like I think it destroys you too. And often I think about how in a way selfish the idea of romantic love is. And I've always thought about how strange it is that even when I feel like I don't know if I loved this person or not, but I definitely had feelings for this person. I think about it and I'm like, I loved the way they made me feel. That's why I loved them. And I think love sometimes is like that. Like, oh, I love that you buy me something and that you ask me about my day. And it's very, in a way, self-centered. Does that make sense? I love the way you make me feel. I love that you make me laugh. I like you love these things about them that they do for you. And that's why you love that person, is because what they bring to your table. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think in a way that's selfish, is it not? To like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't, like I said, I'm not opposed to it. I don't think it's a horrible thing. I don't, it's not necessarily that I don't believe in it, but look at the fucking divorce rate nowadays. It's so high. It's so, like, everyone gets divorced, like no one really loves each other. I remember I used to work at a restaurant, and I used to work with like this older lady, and I asked her one time, I was like, "Hey, like, do you believe in love?" And she was like, "Yeah, I believe in love, but I believe that love only comes to you once in this lifetime, and that's it. Like, you get to experience it only once." Mind you, she's married to some guy. But when she told me this story, she was talking about some other guy that she had been in love with and that it didn't work out, and that was the only time she had ever been in love. Mama, you're married thinking about your ex and how in love you were with your ex and that you loved your ex, but you don't love the man that you're with. And you want me to be like, "Oh yes, marriage, like let me find someone." You're a fucking weirdo. Fuck that. And I believed her. I do think, and my theory has always been that I will be in one relationship, right? Like, I'm gonna be in one relationship, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna be in love, and then we're gonna break up. It's gonna be like short, quick, in love, whatever, and then that's it. But I won't end up like not till death type thing. Like, we're gonna grow old together. I don't think it'll be that kind of love. It'll be something short, and for whatever reason, it won't last long, and then that's it. But I do think I will end up successful. I think, hopefully, at least, like, that's just my theory. I'll have success, but I won't have love, cause I think sometimes you gotta choose. You can't have all of it. And that's another idea I think about a lot too, is how your hands can never really be full, because there's this show that I watched, and it stuck with me, where this woman had just lost her son, and the Pope comes around to like get her 10%, because churches, you have to give your 10% to the church or whatever, and he comes to like pick it up, and she's like, God gives with one hand and takes with the other. And I think that's so true, because you'll never really have everything you want in life. Like, you'll have this and you'll have that, but then you won't have this thing. Like, right now I think about it and I'm like, okay, so I have a car, I have my family, I have a good house, I have all of these things, but I don't have money and I don't have a career. And I think about it and I'm like, okay, well, someday I'll have money and I'll have a career, but I won't be with my family. Like, I'll be, traveling or doing whatever, but I won't always be with my family. And like, because you'll have one thing, but you won't have another. And I think we as humans just can't handle it all. Like, we can't have it all. Even like celebrities and stuff, the ones you see that you think have everything, that there's something that they don't have. They maybe don't have their health, don't have a mom or dad. There's something that these people don't have, because I really truly do believe that you can never have it all. I just think we don't have enough hands for it. We can't have it all. Like, something is always going to be taken and extracted from you. And what I've learned from that is that you just have to be content with what you do have, and just kind of be grateful for what it is that you do have, and just kind of live like that, and just be as grateful as you can in whatever times you're in. Like, right now, like I've said, I think it was the first episode, I was like, it's just so hard right now, because I want to do this and I want to do that, and life just feels so stale and so paused, I guess, in a way. Like, just, it's not moving, it feels like. But I am grateful that I'm still, I still have my dad, I still have my mom, my brothers all still live here, and we're all older, but we all still live together, and that's something I'm grateful for, because I really do have a really good family. We argue, whatever, but it's still it's still nice to have that. Because I know a lot of people move out really early, and like, they don't get to like stay with their parents, because most people don't even like their parents. I love my parents. I love living here, and it's, it's a chill vibe or whatever. But one day I won't. So you just gotta be grateful for what you do have, and kind of just keep that pushing. But um, yeah, I don't know. It's strange. It's a strange thing to live through. I don't know. Getting older is so weird too. Like, I remember being 15 and thinking that at this age I would have it all together, and like that I would be here and there, and this would be like that I would be moved out and everything. And I'm 22, and I'm like, where am I going? What am I doing? Where is this? Who driving this bus?
Who driving this bus?
Like, it's like, I don't know. It's just so strange to be so still right now, and seeing people who went to college and seeing them graduate and kind of like move on with their lives and having kids and stuff. I don't crave that, by the way. Absolutely not. I don't crave that. I don't. But the graduating part too is like, it's very hard to like kind of come to terms with like not going to college and um staying home and stuff. But I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. I hope something comes out of my life, because I cannot bear the idea of being nobody. Like, I can't do that. It's so overwhelmingly strong, the feeling of like needing to get out of here and needing to become someone, because if I don't become someone, I'm literally nobody. Like, I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not built for relationships. I don't like, I'm not like that kind of person. Like, I'm not built for that stuff. I'm really not. And most people are like, okay, well, if I'm not successful and if I'm not, like famous or whatever, at least I'll have my family and at least I'll have kids, and like I'm fine with that. I can't do that. That's not something that I want, or that I feel like I can do. If I am not successful, I am no one. Literally. That's how I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's a little intense and a little dramatic, but that's literally how I feel. I feel like I really need to like be something and be someone. Because if I'm not, then who the fuck am I? I don't know. It's getting dark, and the lighting is about to get really bad. So thank you for tuning in. You can barely see me. And I'll catch you guys on next week's episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.